Hi, Tejasvi, how you doing? Sorry,
Hi, good evening.
just 1 second, 1 second. Hi, Tejasvi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Is that a good evening or a good afternoon there?
I'm talking about your time. It's afternoon, 1 p.m.
All right. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Yes, Sandeep. So, um, let us have this conversation started. So, I'll just quickly introduce myself to you. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I'm Tejashree. I'm Tejashree Kamame. I'm based in Pune. And I'm a clinical psychologist by profession, and I'm into trainings as well. So I've been into this profession since last around 20 years or so, and taking trainings and associated with a few corporates, doing trainings on mental health and helping them out with some one-to-one counseling as well. I'm also associated with some schools, colleges here with respect to, again, training for mental health and helping people out with the same. So that's my quick introduction. And I'm also associated as a counselor and psychologist with Kelp HR. And here I converse with people having certain problems maybe, and we just have some discussion over it. Most importantly, this counseling sessions that I take, or my profession itself, demands it to be extremely confidential. I am not, I don't have to give on my details, including the area of problem, and it is thoroughly confidential. So that's very importantly that I have to say. It happens with all of my clients. I have my own practicing firm here in Pune, where in the evenings I have my trainings and my one-to-one counseling sessions. So this was about me, Sandeep, and maybe if there is anything that you would like to know more about my profession, I'm all there.
Uh, I'm I'm okay with whatever you told me. I want to start with two things. One is what is this session about, and second is why was this escalated and by whom. I want to know the channel, and the last most important question is why is this thing happening from someone who is a counselor based in India, when the person is facing issues which are correlated to UK culture, UK currency, UK environment, everything is UK based. So probably you may not be able to understand what I am going through. Okay, provided the ITC company, what they tell and what they do all over the timeline of a employee's career. So I really don't believe that I have been asked to talk to someone from India on the basis of my experience based here in UK, and it was not supposed to be going like this from my end. I put up a question that did ITC check in, verify the facts. I told them I had a session with my HR. Okay, it was 6 to 6:30 on Thursday last week. They held a session. I put up every concern that I had. I'm here since almost 6 years now with ITC. It is not, nothing happens by a small thing, small pebble. It's kind of thing that happens to a well. The marks come from a prolonged use of the rope over that stone. Okay, the same happened with me. It's not just one single incident that I was so, means I was embarrassed, I was angry, I'm still angry. ITC recruits people, that's fine, everything is fine. They gave me something, I'm okay with that. I'm living my life, but the problems that I've been facing in the last 5 years, they're not ready to listen. Okay,
Oh,
I have sent numerous emails. I can say I've been targeted by two people. One is my manager from ITC side, which is, I will not take any names here, just the
okay.
designations are fine. My manager from ITC side is the guy who annually talks to me, who is supposed to talk to me and provide me an appraisal. Okay, appraisal, concerns, my complaints, my appreciations, everything. Then there's a manager in Santander side who actually sees and oversees what I do. Do you know the condition of a person who is in the middle of an ocean and he is assisted by two people and nobody is taking responsibility for his plight? Whatever is happening to me, if I go to ITC, I get the answer that this is your review from Santander, we can't do anything and we cannot challenge the client. The story ended there for me. Okay, if I go to my client, I'm not supposed to go, but the problem is the so-called client is the most trustworthy person I have in UK. He calls me, you are my bade bhai. You know the meaning of bade bhai, big brother. Okay, I am 42 years of age. I got two kids. His kid and my kids, they have been playing since last 4 years. Take care of 4 years, not 5 or 6. Okay, I talk to him like he is more than family from my perspective here. So if I talk to him, I am the best here in Santander. Okay, I am the best. I will give proofs to HR. Means I cannot disclose things to you because you are external to Santander and ITC. I can't show you any data, but I can give you oral commitment that I have appreciations from every department where I worked in all 5 years without a single escalation at all. Okay, this I'm speaking in IT world. Maybe you are not aware. Escalation is something that means that can kill your performance. You are targeted by HR. Okay, I cannot go to Santander, which is the parent company where ITC has employed me. I cannot question them. They give me my review to ITC, which is totally negative all 5 years, not even once. Means the review is always, he's very good technically, but there is always a but in my review and there was no answer to that but. In last year appraisal, I was blamed, it was a blame, an allegation put against me that Sandeep had a fight, heated arguments with team members. Okay, just this is the main point of today's meeting which I am talking about. The problem was, last year I sent a mail to my HR, can you please give me the proofs when this happened? Because whatever happens to me is in my mind. I have a sharp memory since my very birth. Since I was 2 years old, I remember everything. Okay, most things, and I have a good memory. I sent a mail to my HR and my super manager, the manager of my manager, asking them, can you give me the proofs of these things please? That mail still exists in my outbox in Santander. I was never answered on that since 1 year. It was in May 20, almost April or May 20. I never got a response. What happened was, after that mail, my life became hell. Even if I'm doing something good, something right, people would say, what are you doing? You're not a team member. Why did you send a mail? You sent this right. This has happened to me. I have mails. I'm not mad. I got 2 kids. They saw me crying. I literally broke a table that is still lying there. People know about that broken table here. People asked me what happened to that table. I really punched that table with my hand, because in last 6 months there was an operation going on with COVID, and I was leading this main deployment activity, you can say. During that activity, 2 people harassed me bad. 2 people. Of them, the one who escalated this, the reason you are here, is that same guy who harassed me in my activity during the COVID. These guys tried to eat up my success. They did it because ITC gave me C rating, while the clients and everyone out here in Santander says I am outstanding. I have just pulled all the appreciation feedback after this call was made. I'll share everything with HR. Okay, if you are trying to read me mentally, please know that I have a very stable mind. I remember things. I am very, very patient till the things until the things go very wrong, I don't take action. So in last 5 years, I have been complaining to ITC. You I know my I I'm not supposed to talk about package here, but things were bad on that front, and I have been requesting, can you please take a review? I commit a mistake once doesn't mean that cannot be corrected. I accepted a package which was the same as a college dropout, means college freshcomer. A freshcomer, a guy 20 years old. ITC hires them in Bangalore, they give them the same package they gave me with 18 years of experience. It's fine. It was my first time on site. I did not know how to convert pounds, those things. I did not know the expenses here, everything. When I came here with my family, when I realized these things, I have been requesting, okay, at least see my performance. I'm performing. So the answers were, this is what we give in this package. It's okay, I don't care. I'm doing my work. I never said anything. Those things impacted my health but not my work. Okay, I have been stressed, I have been tense, my family suffered, but I never said a word. I kept requesting formally. There is no single incident or email where I have even given hot response. Hot means no angry response from my side. I am only questioning till now, and nothing was answered. Now, in the spate of last events, when I was leading that event, these two guys, they actually escalated me for nothing, for being just genuine. If I copy an email in a formal conversation and that guy calls me on a phone that why did you do that, I would take that unprofessional, because if you think that is wrong, you can reply on that email where there are bosses. Okay, if you have the courage, just reply me on that mail that Sandeep, this is not the right way. Those people came and backstabbed me at least 3 or 4 times since last April 20. Okay, these things have been happening. Now the problem arose because that guy is supposed to take the position of the lead of my team. I'm not interested. I don't want to be lead. I'm a technical guy. I always say that. This guy escalated me just because, what happened was, he asked me twice in single mails that Sandeep, this, okay, I responded him on both emails that okay, that's the status, and I'm telling by memory exactly. That was Saturday, Sunday, Monday 22nd February was my wife's birthday. I was on leave. Tuesday when I came back from work, holiday, I instantly just picked that mail which was high priority for me and replied all in normal sense that I do, and I just provided an update. Okay, and my hands are very faster than my mind. I type like hell. So my usual habits are, okay, my older team lead, my manager and the team mailbox, I sent the mail. I just literally forgot, and that was a human error. I admitted that at least 100 times in front of that guy. The problem is that guy escalated to the manager, so-called manager from Santander, and says, Sandeep, what is the specific reason you just put me out of this chain? And that mail clearly is an allegation forcing me that okay, I am doing something wrong. I called him. The call lasted almost 30 to 40 minutes. I tried to persuade him, sir, this was not the reason, it was human error, I agree. The guy is adamant that no, you did that on purpose. Okay, if I did that on purpose, what is the first responsibility for a tech lead who stands between the manager and me? Talk to me first, Sandeep, why this happened. If I give a dissatisfactory reply, go to the manager. That is it. Okay, a team lead doesn't run to the manager without informing employees that this is wrong. If he felt that was wrong, he could have talked to me once. So his and my endeavors, our trail started with this note that Sandeep, you are trying, the problem is experiences. Means I really don't have any. If I wanted to lead the team or take those positions, I am not interested in. I would have told long ago. I don't want to do those things. Problem is these guys' attitude. They are harassing me for unnecessarily anything because I am doing good work. I'm saying that on your face because I have proofs. Okay, my proofs go far than the manager of Santander. He is just one link. People in Santander know me from 5 years, and I have worked here in 2 teams. People still come to me from last team where I worked 3 years back for their issues still, for my experience and my knowledge and my helpful nature. You can ask anyone in Santander outside of this team where I work, you will find positive reviews for Sandeep Sharma, except these 3-4 guys in my team out of 8, not all, and this team. What should I tell? What should I say? Even if I could have got a good appraisal on the first year, second, third, I could have got a means satisfactory increment which would have helped me financially somehow. I am not expecting much or ITC will give me a lot or something. A mere difference of a pound and a rupee, the difference. That difference makes a lot of difference in this country. The appraisals are like you get 10 pounds per month, 1000 rupees per month. In India, 1000 rupees appraisal is just, it's an extinct thing. People don't know. I used to get appraisals like 40%, 50% in my fresher years. Then it was average of 7 to 8%, 5% is okay. But the first appraisal ITC gave me here was 0.03 or something percent. 10 pounds per month was not an appraisal. First year was ruined, second year was ruined, third year they gave me some different kind of means lollipop. Sandeep, this is okay, and they kept giving me a kind of special bonus from backside. Okay, you take this check, but stay calm. Those things are okay. You can do whatever you want to me. But my salary structure had to be corrected at least in 5 years. Okay, this is just one trail which I told you. Now, if I have a manager in ITC, that manager is supposed to at least interact with me once a year if I am appraised yearly. That manager didn't talk to me in last 3 years or his entire team. He leads a team of 6 people working in Santander. He's a manager of 6 people, 6 or 7 including me, and he never talks. There was an incident I reported to ITC. Look, it's been once, twice. I send texts, WhatsApp messages, emails to my manager, ITC manager, and he never responds. Where should I go? I have concerns, I have appraisal concerns, I have problems, I have issues. He never responds. Okay, that's one side. Personal or ITC things, he never responds. That guy works in the same domain in Santander as I do, and he is one team where I have to interact normally. So from Santander's perspective, I sent him mails for official Santander work, which is his obligatory duty to respond to. Okay, it's not ITC related work that we can do outside. In Santander, he is supposed to respond to anything which is related to Santander applications, activities, and anything. He never replied to my mail. My team lead, who just left and this guy took place, he replied all, never responded. Her assistant manager replied, never responded. So that example I gave to my HR. Recent example I gave to my HR, the guy, the manager of mine, he remembers that I have worked in the team. I still work in the team where I was 3 years ago. And he is the one who gives my review to ITC. So look, Sandeep is standing here. We need to give this appraisal to him. This hike, this money. So the guy who never talks to me or team in last 3 years, who doesn't know where I'm working since last 3 years, he's deciding what should I get, how should I get, and that is totally unacceptable, to me at least, because eventually these things affect my family, my mental health. If I'm supposed to get, suppose say 100 pounds appraisal per month, and I'm getting 10, what should I do? A difference of 10 and 100 is annually 120 versus 1200. You know how much is that difference? And I have suffered all 5 years. All 5 years. Now coming to the main point. You are called in because I told them that I am in a position where I can die. I literally say that because the moment I wake up in the morning 5, 6, it's not routine for me. I used to wake up late. I was a good sleeper. Now I can't sleep until late, 2, 3. Then in the morning I I don't know why. I just wake up early. Then I keep thinking, and the very first things in my mind starts with, why is this happening to me only? It's only happening to me. Okay, these guys are harassing me, and ITC has done nothing at all. Now I can show you photographs, family photographs, where my Santander manager is my he is my like younger brother. His son calls me Tauji. You want to see the chat? I have chats in WhatsApp. Those guys, they call me and my wife Tauji Taiji since last 5 years. And since that day, I sent the mail asking for proofs. I sent a mail to my HR that I want to see the proofs that happened where I was wrong with my team. I was angry. Since that last year, those guys don't talk to me properly because they are my manager. They have to provide reason from Santander. Okay. I have everything in place, and emails, everything is there. I have witnesses. I know people who saw the people coming to my house almost daily. I'm one person. You know Hindu culture. If somebody comes to your house, you don't tell them that sorry, I'm busy, I can't. I have helped more people here than I know. In other teams, in my neighborhood, I just believe that if I'm here and I know few things, I should help people who doesn't know. That is my attitude. What I faced when I came here was, you know what the people here who live already here, what they believe. We have suffered, let him also suffer, let him learn by experience. So I actually, seriously, that happened to me. I suffered losses of 500 to 600 pounds, which is 50-60,000 pounds, and people knew that that would come to me, and they never warned me or told me that do it this way. They laughed at me. Oh, you also got that bill? Yeah, we also got that bill. This is the attitude of people, including everyone who are here. Now, ITC should be concerned about one thing. Okay, should be very concerned about one thing, that whosoever is giving my review from Santander, whosoever has done it, I know it could be one person, maybe two, not everyone, because I never talk to my senior manager even once in my lifetime. I don't go to anyone except my manager. Okay, I have never escalated, never sent a mail. The work I do, I only send until my manager. So nobody above them officially knows what I do. Got my point?
Yes.
Now, my manager is my truest friend. He's my younger brother. He tells me, Sandeep, I know लोगों ने तुम्हारा खाया है. I know that people have eaten your success. He told me on my face. I'm not telling you listen word. Okay? He was in my house hundreds of times. He told me, no, I'm trying to make good things for you. I'm doing this. He told everything to me. I know these things because these happened between me and my Santander manager. He said, I have given the best review. So where is that review changing the bucket? Who's swapping that bucket? If a bucket is coming from Santander about Sandeep, okay, this is 90 out of 100. Who is making that 0? You are a psychiatric kind of person. If I tell you that something happens, okay, can you imagine one thing? I was a part of a group where there are 14-15 people from the beginning. Okay, I left that group for some reason. They never invited me back. Nobody talks to me except my manager. No one talks to me from that group because people are, you can say, nobody cares about anyone but people in power or people who are strong. So people won't come to me, but my manager, every birthday, every anniversary, every event, he is here. He wishes me. He calls me, you are the best, you are my brother, my manager. He goes to other people also. It's not just me. He's cordial with all. I am suffering. Why my reviews when I am good with my manager? I am the best. I am saying the word best, not one of the best. I am the best out there. My review is sent from Santander. It's always the best. Now the manager who gives my review to ITC, he doesn't talk to me in 3 years. This has been reported. You want to see the mails? ITC mails I can show you. Not one, not two, all years. Last year my appraisal was not done. The process was not completed because of my careless manager. HR is aware. They took note of that thing, but nothing happened. He was just warned and let go. So I got a remuneration upgrade without any feedback, without any rating review, without talking to me. Nobody talked to me. And that was the time, most crucial time for me, when I was reaching 5 years here, and after 5 years there's a lot of changes in one's life, when you need a lot of stability, financial strength and things, and I was aware of that, and I kept telling them that at least don't give me anything, but give me proper appraisal that I deserve. What is wrong in that? Asking my company, okay, if you have problems, I can have a meeting with my manager. They would say, sorry, we cannot challenge the client. Whatever review came, that is final. So what if somebody writes that Sandeep is a murderer, will ITC put that thing on me? Will they try to check the facts? They never did.
Yeah.
What should I do?
I'm trying to understand, Sandeep, and
You can't, based in Pune, I'll tell you one thing. I have 5 siblings. I was a family of 7. My parents are no more now. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. It used to be. Okay, he died in 2012. My mom went away in 2003. That is only reason that sometimes I take people for, means leave them, it's okay, I don't want to fight with them. That is my nature. I never fight with people. I never argue with anyone at all. When you have responsibilities, you are the only responsible and the elder person of your family with 2 kids. My kids are 12 and 7 now. I'll ask them to come just once after this meeting. My kids have seen me crying, literally, just because of work. I'm the best in work. I can prove that. If you are challenging me, you can write down my words, take out your phone and record my whatever I'm telling. I'll give you verbal incidents, what I have resolved, what I can do, and what are my strengths. I can give right away. The problem is the gap between Santander and ITC that killed me. I was hired on a fresher salary, and my 18 years of experience was totally neglected, not even cared once, and I always got the answer, Sandeep, this is what we pay here. We don't care. That's fine. But ITC has blunt ways of paying bonuses, salary corrections, which nobody knows. Things are not transparent. You also know that. We can't question. But I know, I am damn observant. I know how people live. I have eyes. If I know that in 5 years I just made one trip to India with family of 4 and I couldn't afford it. Okay, in this salary. I have seen people who go India every year. How do they manage? And they have, means it's not like they are also, there is something which is going on, which is not, means why only few selective or me suffer? What I asked ITC was, okay, can you please do things for me? They are not listening. It's been 5 years. I have everything. If I escalate to Santander, which I don't want and I will never do, because that will kill at least. There are many people working there. I'm not the person that, okay, if it happened wrong with me, I'll ruin it. I will not do that. I will rather quit. But what is the harm in appraising a person according to his responsibilities, his capabilities, when everybody is appreciating him? My managers, they say, Sandeep, there's a bell curve in our company. There is a bell curve. You know what is a bell curve? In statistics, they will just make a graph like this, and they will put everyone who is non-relevant, non-sufficient somewhere in the place where you will get just a slice or something which is satisfactory or which is just like redundant kind of thing, which is not acceptable. I'm getting that since 5 years, despite the fact that everybody here, including ITC employees who are my friend, including Santander guys, Spanish, British, who work with me, everybody acknowledges me except ITC. I just want that answer. Now, this guy, sorry, I just deviated. This guy had a call with me. That call lasted almost 30 to 40 minutes. In that call, first I had a technical issue for which I called him. We discussed that. Then after that, I said, you could have at least come to me once before going to my manager. You escalated it straight away. Means we never talked. You became my manager. You came to my team. You and I never talked a single word, and you sent a mail to my manager. Sandeep, what is the reason you not copied me on this? Come on, you could have talked to me. You have my phone number. He and I also talked like normal friends several times. Okay, that's fine. Problem arises when 30 minutes I'm trying to convince him, dude, that was not my fault. I am telling you the truth. It was human error. No, Sandeep, that was not human error. I sent you 2 mails last week and you never copied me on this thing. I said, the mails you sent, I responded them that time because you sent me one-to-one mail. I replied one-to-one, but I forgot to add you and you never asked me to add to the main email. So next week what happened was my hands worked faster than my mind. I just came in the morning, no updates, and I shot that email. Immediately he escalated and he is not ready to listen for 40 minutes. Eventually what happened was, I said, I swear on my kids. He said, no, Sandeep, don't talk like that. What can I do? I made a human error, a small error. I forgot to copy you. He's claiming that Sandeep did that intentionally. So what should I do? You tell me. That guy who just took over this team, he doesn't know anything about this team. He was not from this team. He's blaming, Sandeep, you did this wrong. And things have been going wrong with me since the last escalation when I asked proof from ITC. Since that day, many things have happened where I have not told ITC everything. I got threats and emails. When I sent email to hire people in Santander, which happened because I was working on the main issue. I was not sending mail. I was copied on them and I was responding. Okay, that's fine. If I copy someone from my team in an official mail, is that wrong? Do you think there's an official mail going with some bosses? I'm leading that and I just copy one person and I ask him, can you please advise on this? How much wrongful action do you see in that? These people, they never reply on that mail. They come back in another channel, chat or phone, and they say, Sandeep, what is your problem? Why don't you discuss with us internally? I said, but what's wrong in that? Means I still don't know. I don't admit that I'm right. I don't claim they are wrong. But if I sent an official email, I copied my colleagues asking for a small advice because they are expert in that area. They just made my life hell. That day onwards, I am getting threats, I am getting escalations where I am right. I have no formal escalation. But words are planted in emails. No, this is not right. Why did you send this email? So they are challenging a 42-year person who has 18 years of experience. All these guys are 5 years younger to me, 5 to 6. They are claiming, they are rejecting, they are doubting my writing skills. Problem is, I really don't understand these people. If they think something is wrong, have the courage to respond that email and tell the big bosses who are copied that Sandeep is doing this wrong. I have phone calls coming back to me. Do you know what you are doing? Aram se hello, manager banna chahte ho. These were the words told to me. That's fine. I don't want to become manager. But the threats that came to me.
Sandeep, just give me a minute. I'm running out of battery. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just putting my thing on charging. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
So, do you see the way I talk is a bit, you may find a little aggression, but it's normal for someone who has suffered so much. 5 years, I see people getting good appraisals. I see that because problem is the same guys who sign non-disclosure things. They sit with us on lunch tables and they tell me, you know, I'm getting 42,000 here in the same package where I'm getting 33,000. That difference of means 7 to 8,000 is, it's an annual package of Indian person. I know these things because these guys have told me, and then ITC keeps lying on my face, Sandeep, this is not right. Problem is, who told you? I can't give them proofs. It's a word of mouth. Okay, I know it. People are getting this salary there, that is why they are able to survive. Now the problem of Indian people is, they don't want to help others. That's fine. I help others. This created problems in many people's hearts. Why is he becoming famous? Okay, I don't want to be famous. If I help some people, that's just because I normally help. People are trying to falter me in different ways, socially. You know, do you have kids?
I have 2 kids.
Do you have a girl?
I have.
I'm saying something very, very, means just think about it as a parent. Okay. You go to some senior and say, you know, my salary is bad, I am struggling here in this country, I need good appraisal, I am working hard. The answer comes like, you know, this is the best, क्या करोगे बनके? This is the best, ITC ने आपको यहाँ बिठा दिया, एहसान मानो ITC का. These were the things told to me. यार मेरी बेटी का फ्यूचर, उसका सेकेंडरी स्टार्ट होने वाला है. It was last year's talk. अरे यार शर्मा जी, आपकी बेटी प्रियंका चोपड़ा तो बन नहीं जाएगी बड़ी होके. Now, do you think I am mentally unstable, or the people, or the guy who responded this to me? Now tell me how much I have suffered. I literally cried in front of my HR, and this is the guy who is my Santander manager who calls me बड़े भाई. He says, यार आपकी बेटी प्रियंका चोपड़ा तो बन नहीं जाएगी, आप बार बार लगे रहते हो. Now you tell me what should I do? That is my state of mind now. I can't say those words. My daughter is 12 now. I stopped going to these idiots' places and these parties they organize just because of my kids. They say bad things about kids. And it's not about kids. It's only about the kids who are not of managers. Manager kid is, oh, that's a nice boy, it's okay. Those things, I agree. I don't mind. But when my kids are there, I have heard things like, ये तो teenager लगने लगी है अभी. Some idiot commented that on my girl. So I stopped interacting with these people socially. Can you imagine the state of mind I am running here? I never told these things to ITC till now. I will show you my house. I'm living in the cheapest house available here, which is, the cheapest rent is 75,000 per month. Normal rent is 900, so to save that it's 150, I'm compromising. I don't have a garden. It's a first floor flat. Everywhere closed. There's no way you can go out. In COVID, 1 year, we have been mentally starved in this house. My kids, they don't have a garden or a window to stand by. It's so cold here. ITC is blaming me. I'll show you that table I broke. Seriously. What do you expect from me? Should I die? My kids have started secondary, other kid is starting middle in the coming year, and I have no savings at all. I told ITC straightforward, the fees of these applications to apply ILR, I came in a hoping that I would stay here, and I have stayed. I got residency. I cannot go back now. There are ego problems. My kids are adjusted here. The problem is, after 5 years, the normal fees used to be 800 per head, 800 pounds. That amounts for 3,000 for 4 people. I could have adjusted that somehow. I paid 12,000 pounds, which is half of my savings, 12,000 pounds, 12 lakh rupees just for the application of my settlement here. The normal fees used to be 3,000 as I was told. 3,000 and 12,000. That gap narrowed my savings. That what I was planning, that I could buy a house, I could start looking for a house after 5 years. Now I'll have to wait again 2-3 years because ITC never gave me my correct remuneration, my correct appraisals. Had I been given those things, I would have been in a better financial position. My kids ask me, Papa, can we move out of this house? I'll show you the rooms. You are a psychiatrist. Just now try to understand why these things are happening to me. And these all people know, they have been here most occasions. My manager, okay, just to tell you, we had a group where the lead, the Mukhiya, the group leader was my Santander manager, who told that Sandeep, तुम्हारी बेटी प्रियंका चोपड़ा नहीं बन जाएगी. He said that thing to me. His son is 1.5 years younger to my son. My son is 7. His is almost 5.5. Problem is, this guy, every time he comes to my house, what is he doing? Can he write now what he eats? That kind of question, I didn't like that. Somebody asking such questions about my boy. If you are concerned about your kid, just go to some doctor and ask them. People are asking, ये आपका बेटा लिख लेता है अभी 7, means he was like 5. So people are not curious about how much progress their kids are making. They are jealous about what my kids are doing. So I stopped every social life almost. I don't want to go there. I am living amongst idiots here, you know. And I'm telling about myself. I've been brought up in Delhi. I lived in Delhi, New Delhi. I studied physics honors. I am a physics graduate, and I pursued my BCA, Bachelor in Computers, then Master in Computers from IGNOU while I was working. My mom expired in 2003, and that was the reason I had to start working early, because my father was not in a very good shape. He was retired. So I started my life. Means it was very hard for me. I have worked 2 jobs at a time. I have done enough of my hard work in my time when I was like 20s, 30s. I came here when I was 35. Okay, that's fine. ITC did whatever to me. I was expecting, even if I accepted a bad package, that was my fault. I'm not blaming you guys. Okay, whatever I'm doing here, that should reflect in my pay package, my work. What is the harm in asking that? Why shouldn't I ask? Because I have 2 kids. 15 people here I know, the group I'm telling about, only my manager has a kid. No one has kids. They are almost 38, 37. They don't have kids, they don't want kids, or whatever their problems are. They can't understand my plight. Can they? People who do, you know what they say, Sandeep, everything is free here. Why are you cribbing about? Tell them, nothing is free. Free doesn't mean, kids have their own expenses, schools have hundreds of other expenses, uniforms. You know how much is it? I can't discuss those things. The price is, people won't understand, and they are just saying, Sandeep, this is the best. Now is the time, leave ITC, go here, go from here. I can go. I have hundreds of offers. I have technical skills. I can go. But the gap, the divide that had been created by ITC in my house, my future house, I wanted that thing. They deprived me of certain things, which is the main responsible for my life here. Why I think that way. If I am in a foreign country, I don't have enough savings to even survive, leave alone buying a house, and I have responsibility of 2 kids. What should I do? Everybody here, you know one thing, I was the first person here to get a car because I had kids. When you come to these countries, you will have to buy a car if you have small kids. These people, I told you, nobody has kids. No one had cars. They used to walk around, everything like that. So they don't have expenses. They don't realize how you maintain a car, how things go like. You understand those things. So I can't live in icy, snowy, rainy conditions without a car. People have harassed me, truly harassed me. My skills, nobody can. There are different, there are different kind of people. I can do, computers is my profession. I do that by choice. But I have a lot of skills, I can tell you. My appreciation is, in itself is, I studied in Vivekanand School, Delhi. It's the best school out there in Anand Vihar. My daughter went to the same school. She was in year 2, second year, when I came here, and I went there to get the TC. It was 2015. Okay, I left that school in 1997. 20 teachers, they know me by name. Still they know me by name. My English teacher, she's still with me on Facebook. People know me because I have attitude, I work, I am from a good family. I'm not saying otherwise for others, but I am from a very good family. My father served in Crompton Greaves entire 30 years of his life and retired honorably. Okay. What do I expect? I'm here, I came here in a life like, okay, I'll find something good for my kids, and I hear people say, आपकी बेटी प्रियंका चोपड़ा नहीं बन जाएगी. That same guy once said, Sandeep, don't worry about money. यहाँ बच्चे अपने आप करते हैं. Kids do it by themselves. You don't have to worry at all. I totally agree with him. Kids here start going out at 16, take up small jobs. That is one thing. Then tell me, why the hell are you worried about that thing? People here, they don't book a cab. You know, booking a cab here is something like, if you book a cab 20 times a month, you will spend up almost 1/3 of your salary if you take good cabs for your work. Things are very expensive, and that way I help everyone, not just my manager. People say, okay, can you help me? I never said no to anyone. Even yesterday there was an incident. Some guy called me up, Sandeep, do you have those jumper starters? I have them because I work on my car. Last 5 years. I went there to his house 6 miles. I helped him start his car and came back. He gave me nothing. I earned nothing. I did that because I know he would have lost 150 pounds, 15,000 just to call recovery. I understand that. I have that level of understanding, and my HR alag knows this thing. I have helped people. There was one girl, they call me Bhaiya. I can call her right away on Facebook. She was in India. Her husband, his name was, I'll not take names. His husband used to live here alone, and she called me, Bhaiya, mera husband na andar bimar ho gaya hai. Can you please check him? I said, okay, I'll go and check. The house was locked. There was one friend with me. I went to his house. I said, he's not there. So she kept calling me for 30 minutes. Bhaiya, wo andar behosh ho gaya hai. She lied to me actually. She had a fight with him. And he went somewhere after having a drink or something like that, and he was not picking any call. So she called me, can you go and check on him? That day I traveled almost 10 to 15 miles, and this so-called Santander manager, first he said, you should check hospital also, he may be there. I went to NHS hospital that day. I have the guy who was with me. He can witness. I looked him 5 places. Then I went back to his home. We called the landlord. We opened his house and he was not there. We told her wife, your husband is not here. Finally, when the landlord called that boy, her husband, he picked his phone. He was not picking any ITC, Santander or my phone or his wife's phone. He picked the landlord's phone and told him that I am in Northampton. He was playing casino, जुआ खेल रहा था वहाँ पे वो. He is habitual of that. They used to have fight. I had 3-4 times. Then I stopped because then people told me, these guys are like that. So if you knew these guys are like that, why did you ask me to go to hospital? You should have told me, Sandeep, ignore them. They fight like that daily. That happens here. I have spent a lot of resources helping other people, and those people are stabbing me in my back now. My HR is aware of this incident because it was escalated. That guy was ITC employee at that time. I went out of my way, tried to help him, and there's nothing happens if you do good to others. If you are good, everybody tries to. That is happening to me and my kids. I just want an excuse. You want to see my kids? You want to see my kids?
I would love to. I would really love to see them.
Just wait a second. Snehal, come here, both of you. You and mine. That's my friend. Say hello. Say hello.
Hi. Hi. So nice to see you.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
That's my wife Neha.
Oh wow.
Aditya Snehal. She's 12. He's 7. We're talking something about. Okay.
Wonderful.
Can you do one thing for me? Can you tell her how much angry Papa gets in last 1 year?
He gets very angry.
Who broke that table? No, just go. Okay.
Wait, I don't remember which.
My kids have seen me suffer while nobody talks to me. I told you socially, they distanced less, I distanced more because they tried to say bad thing about kids. My kids are my honor. Somebody says ये प्रियंका चोपड़ा बन जाएगी, ये क्या कितना लिख लेता है, ये क्या खाता है. I actually tried to have a different circle. I did that. And I'll tell you the most important bit now. We had a friend circle. Now I stopped going out with these people, even my manager, but he used to kept coming here. He always kept. There was one day we were having a party. We in 5 years never went to a pub here because these things are costly. So one day I decided, let's have a small pub kind of meeting. My kids never saw that. Here kids are allowed in pubs. Pubs are actually meeting place for public. So I specially organized a meet with two of my friends who were my close friends, and 8 months we have been together. We are having a party. All of a sudden a phone call comes from a phone. What are you doing? I said, we are having a party here in Harvester. He said, okay, that's fine. Within very 2 or 3 minutes, my friends, they were sitting facing me. They were startled. They looked like this. What happened? I said, what happened? My center manager is standing on my back like this, and he was trying to sneak in on us, trying to listen what we are doing. We never invited him. Okay, he was not the one who invited. We never wanted him to be there. We never invited. He was not on call. The guy who called me, he was together with him, or he either called him, and he was standing behind me, and I am telling he's sneaking on me because the reason is he stood behind me, and I said, okay, what will you take? The answer was, I left my wallet behind in my car in the parking. So why did you come inside? To check on us. He left his wife, his son, who is 2 years younger to my son, in car with his wallet, and he came inside to see where they are sitting, what they are doing. That is the level of harassment I have been through. Now you understand? Can you correlate things? I am the best in St. Andrew. My manager is sneaking on me like this. He calls me big brother. His kids will play with me. Last 5 years until few months. Okay? When I try to differentiate my social circles for the obvious reasons I am telling you, somebody says bad things about my kids, I am bad now. These things happened. I have a movie in my mind. I can narrate every incident. What should I do? I have ran pillar to post for these people. They don't care about anyone, you know. Problem is, people come here only for money. They will do anything to kill you, and they are doing it. You want to see this house where I live? 1 year we haven't been able to go out of this house, and it's like a prison cell, small, very small flat. I don't want to change. I can change. Some people say you should go for a bigger house, 100 pounds, but I want to make savings so that well in age, because I am already 42. If I start a new mortgage, new house today, you imagine 20-25 years I will be paying that. Should I start saving for my kids, or should I buy a house? What should I do now? I am given a package equal to a college fresher. Nobody listened to me. My new team lead says, you are responsible. I don't care. He escalated me. He brought my kids in between. I am trying to convince him why I didn't do that. It was not on purpose. And the guy says, no, you did that. So what should I do? There's a total politics of South Indian people going on there. I'm sorry, but I have to say, my team has some guy, Kannada, Telugu. These guys, I'm North Indian. I don't know their language. So most times, I feel like I'm an outsider. Despite having given my best, and it's proven here in Santander, I am getting zero. My kids, you saw that. If I don't have sufficient, means I didn't tell you one thing. Two most important, you should note them down. I suggest that. Last year my son had a fracture, hairline fracture in the hand. Okay, that was the thing. It happened in April sometime. I was so devastated by these guys. I am in such a mental state. Instead of going and asking him what happened, I became angry on him. You don't listen, and like those kind of. Okay, my son was totally quiet. He didn't utter a word. He was 5 years old that time. He stopped crying. I didn't realize that he had a fracture at that time. But in a few seconds he said, he just because of my anger, a small kid with 5 years of age, having fracture in his hand, he stopped crying because of my anger. And that anger have been incited by these, I can't say. Okay, when I took him to hospital for my wife said, take him. There they realized there is a hairline fracture in his wrist. Can you imagine how many people came to visit him? Zero except that manager who calls me, you are my elder brother, you know. He does everything. I agree. He came, he visited, brought his wishes and went back. Except that I helped more than 100 people. Nobody cared. His son got a fracture and we should go and see what happened. Nobody cares. So these things are okay. I'm happy with my family. Problem is, due to this fracture, due to this fracture, I tried to distance from this manager. That was the prime reason. I never wanted. Means he asked me hundreds of favors. I did that. Pick his wife, pick his son, drop them, pick and drop. I have done more than 100 times for him. I have done 100 times for him. I'm telling the truth. Everything is the truth. And the proof is that guy, he gifted me this music system. It's right here in my home. It was 70 pounds. I never wanted it. I don't want a single penny of anyone. I never took from my parents even. Everything is my own. He forced that gift on me. I couldn't retaliate because he's my manager. At times things are office mein dekh lena. Let's see in the office. Those kind of things can make me scared because I was not settled here. So I was scared if something happened, I'll have to go back. My kids will be unsettled. This is my mental state. My son had fracture and doctors advised if he keeps jumping, just take lots of care of him. So I wanted to avoid that guy coming because his son was 2 years younger to my son, and they played a lot together. Everybody knows that. Everyone in the circle. They jump around, they roll over. So I was damn sure that my son will get hurt bad if they play together. So I didn't want them to come. It happened in April 2018, I believe, his fracture. 18 or 19 April. And since that time, I was not, I have become an enemy. I made new friends, that's my choice. But I never said no to anyone. I didn't say that you don't come to my house. What I did was, I tried to socialize myself separately. That's my answer. I cannot say no to a manager. Okay, I found new friends. There were two guys, one from a different company and team. We used to hang out together. There were 8 months that guy was here, and those 8 months were quite like every Friday we would meet. We are not spending anything. Every Friday, once at my house, once at my friend's house, once at other one's house. We would normally do, what we would do is share the cooking, watch a movie and go back home. No expenses, just one Coke or something, Coca-Cola, beer if we want. That's all we did in last 8 months. We became enemy of everyone. My seats were changed in office just to distance that guy from me. Those things happened in background, but I know things have happened. I'm not a kid, If you think that you are trying to mentally assess me on the basis of my reactions and those things. I'm very observant. I have a lot of patience. My dad, he was from Aligarh. We had a business of locks and all those things. A lot of property in there with my, chachas and taus. They are very good people. My dad decided to move out, work on his own. He joined a job in Crompton, settled in Delhi. We never looked back. We have still very good contacts in Aligarh. It's my birth town, means my father's birth town. But things are, I behave properly. I behave as I should be with other people. It's not like I told you specific reasons I am hurt. Somebody says bad things about my kids. What should I do? I would have slapped them hard, but the problem is I can't. So what I did was I changed my circle. What's wrong in that? And I'm suffering because of that. ITC doesn't know a bit about these,
I think yes, there is one thing, if at all if you would like to hear me out, I just wanted to say and mention one thing. I'm not here to assess you. First and most important thing, Sandeep, let me also tell you that I am not here to judge you. I'm not here to find out any flaws. I'm not here to correct you. I'm not here to find out what your mental status is. No. Please, you've misunderstood me. Once, very important thing that I want to tell you is, here I'm just, in some way, I am not aware that there has been so much of a big story. There is so much that has happened. It is just like a normal call.
ITC doesn't know. ITC doesn't know that the manager who provides my feedback to them, he has been eating at my house for 2 or 3 years regular. 3 or 4 days a week he would come here. I can't say no. The whole neighborhood knows. There's a guy in ITC who lives next door. He knows it. They asked me last year, what happened? He stopped coming. So I can't answer. Everybody knows when a particular car with a special number, a long sedan, it comes there and it's parked in your front of your house almost every day. Why would people won't understand? I didn't do it. I was the receiving end. I'm not inviting anyone. But if somebody comes at my house, I cannot decline, I cannot deny. Those things happen for a long time. ITC shouldn't. These things doesn't exist technically. In office world, there is no correlation between those things and my package and everything. But the correlation is you cannot accept the feedback of guy who has personal relationships with me. He cannot send my review now. What I demand is, there are people above him. My manager is someone. It's okay. I never went past him. Okay. My review has always been bad, but he's my best friend. Let's try my review with the people who are above. Let's show them, okay, Sandeep did these things in last 5 years. Can you give him a star based on his performance? Let's challenge this activity. If ITC has guts, they will never do it. They don't go back to clients, It's corporate culture. Whatever clients has given, it's okay, we accept. But you try to assess your employees as well. They know how much I can do. They know how much I have done. But if they won't listen to me, I've been sending numerous emails. No, they're not concerned. Once I said that I can die actually. Can you observe my ear? Is it red? I am in a mental state, from ever since they started harassing me, what I feel is I keep thinking about those things, and from morning till night, if I'm not doing anything, I'm just thinking about my office, why this is happening to me, why are they harassing me. I try to find that out, and I seriously can die. You just tell me, if I have responsibility of 3 people, my wife cannot work for some reason. She had 2 cesareans, she got some problems, so I don't want her to exert herself. So I have set her aside. She did some jobs last few months and she's also 40, For a woman, age of 40 is not right for starting a job when she never worked all her life. She was a housewife in Delhi. If she starts at this age, it will do more bad to me and our family rather than earning a little money. So I'm not interested in that money. What I am interested in is, can you give me my right? I want my right, simple. ITC is not listening. People are coming in my team, they are harassing me, they are blaming me, and when I ask, can you ask ITC, where's the proof? Nothing happens. ITC never replied to my email. I have that email. It was not responded to. HR has never responded to my emails. What happens is, Sandeep, there's a bonus for you. There's some small amount, 2 or 3 times I got that, but that doesn't solve my problem. I'm not eligible here to buy a house. You know why? My salary package is low. So instead of giving me that bonus separately, they could have given my package. That would have helped me. If it is a part of my package, if you are giving it from a side, okay, this is some step, means extracurricular kind of thing, that won't help me, and that is not helping me. I'm in a stage where I was looking to settle down now, and for next 2 years I don't foresee anything happening good to me and my family. Who's responsible? ITC is not responsible for my family. I don't hold them, but the acts of them which puts me in this condition, which stresses me out this bad, and this actually implicates that financial restrictions that have been on my family, they are somehow managed by ITC. They are ITC given. I cannot deny that fact. ITC could have averted this session. Why I am in this stage? They never responded to me. You tell me one thing. In this country, if I don't know even 1 people, 2 people, they don't help. Nobody will help. Trust me. It's not like India that if someone falls, 15 people come and help. Here, your neighbors don't know me. I don't know anyone in this country. If something happens to me, I don't have parents. My kids are totally orphan. My wife, she doesn't work. She has a long way to go on that side. So that is why what I'm worried about. Why ITC never listened to me till now. Coming on site is one thing, when you are in India, you never realize things could be that hard. People in India, they only know that Sandeep is very good, settled out there. He's earning money. They don't know that I was able to save more than this 5 years back in my normal salary. I had a package of some 12 lakhs and my expense was almost zero. I had my own house in Delhi. So here I am paying more than half of my salary in expenses and rent. I am not saving even that much which I could save in India.
I can understand. It is a difficult life out there. And I
There's
definitely know my brothers are based out of India, in traveling. So I do understand there is a lot that you have gone through, Sandeep. And I'm totally understanding your state of mind. And let me again and again tell you that I'm nobody here to judge you. And this is just uh, as my profession says, that if I feel that somebody is trying to share some of the pain areas, let me listen him out. And if I can do my best, let me do it. Okay, so that's my role. I don't know whether it is about the money part, the financial insecurities, the extreme amount of pressure that you're feeling. But but let me also tell you, Sandeep, because I've been into this profession, I've been talking to of
did
people of all age groups, right? From a 10-year-old kid is also talking to me, and at the same time, I have a 75 and an 80-year-old person also talking to me. I feel I can feel you and your emotions right now, and
did
I
you
just want, and my most important thing is to find out, maybe I have found out the areas of pains that you have mentioned, and I can very well empathize. Let me also be very clear that I am a human being, and so are you. You are into a distant place where you feel that
I'm insecure,
loneliness, you're feeling that insecurity, you're missing
obviously.
India, you're missing everything, and I can so very well feel what you are saying. I'm just trying to see my brother who is staying in Australia since so many years. He's 41 years of age, and he's going. He also has 2 kids, and same things, similar these pressures are very much true, very much happening, and very much real. I could feel them, and I do know, understand them. But the pressure that you are taking to your life, you need to just understand one thing, that it is a psychosocial threat. It is a psychosocial pressure. You are taking the pressure to such an height elevation that you are actually damaging your body and your health, physical health. I feel that at times when you are saying that your ears are getting red, you're not able
I
to control
totally
yourself,
agree with you.
and your anger is shooten. I'm just worried for you, not with respect to anything else, but that your physical health should not be damaged. You know all the repercussions, you know all that could happen in case you don't
I
have a good health.
I want to maintain good health. Obviously, everyone. The reason is, 2 years back I just picked up that insurance policy just in case something happens, and I am already prepared for everything, because
No, Sandeep, I understand. You've
I
been a fighter throughout.
look.
Yes.
I didn't tell you the most important part here. I'm the only one here in my Indian group. I'm only one here who came here at 35 with family. Okay, just try to understand the logic here. Just try.
Yeah.
All the people who are here younger to me, they have been here for nearly 10 years. They were on a different visa. I came 5 years after they came. There are two kinds of life in UK. One is when you live with family, you have to purchase, means rent a house, proper house. A normal house costs average of 1300-1400 pounds, which is more than half of our normal salary in reality. If you come here single solo, what you can do is you can just go around for a room 300 or 400 pounds. That is very normal. That happened.
Yes.
So all of these guys who are narrating me, who are preaching me, they have saved enough money in last 10 years by living in sharing houses. They just got married recently, 3-4 years ago. Maximum, they all got married after I came in. So before that, their 5 years savings, living in sharing room, that was a saving. Okay, they did those savings. So when I try to convince them that, dude, please, you have done at least those things, can I get some recommendation in ITC on the basis of my work, that I have started living in my house from the very first day. I couldn't do those savings, couldn't make those savings. So people lie to me. No, we are also living in house since the day one. So if I just try to find later, they are true. They were living in house, but they were totally paying 500 pounds for a whole house with tax and everything. They just picked the legal term. No, Sandeep, we are, but 1 BHK and 2 BHK, the difference is twice, and their expenses were included in rent. They don't tell those things to people. People lie here on every term. I have suffered that thing because I anyways had to bring my family. The other option was I keep living here in sharing house at 40 years of age, and my family lives there, and I get to see them once a year. I'm not that kind of person. I can't live without my family. So I brought them here. I started living in house. I can't make savings. They all know that. Even ITC knows that. So in that constrained situation, if ITC could have helped me gain what I deserved, what was wrong in that? That never happened. If I could have got 100-200 pounds per month more, seriously, it would have helped me with 4,000-5,000 at this crucial time. I am at a salary which is same as two guys work in my team. They are 20 years of age, 21 and 20. Both of them are ITC employees. I am 42 and I am getting same. They live single in a sharing house. They just pay 300 each. Rest all is their saving. I spend normally 1,400 plus groceries plus responsibility of 3 other people on top of myself. How can ITC not understand that? You understand that, you have kids. People here say just one thing, kids, everything is free for kids here. They have not bought kids for themselves. I can tell you one thing, some of these bloody holes, they go to India just to do the shopping. They don't purchase their clothes, their underwear here. Seriously. They go to India and they purchase those things from there. So what happens is their India ticket and those things they balance. They do savings in such scenarios. I know people. This is the level of people I'm working with here. They try to make. I can't explain seriously, because I have lived in a prosperous life in Delhi. I cannot live like मैं खाने के बिना जी. If my kids need something, I have to get it.
Right.
Okay. If
Absolutely.
अगर if roti chapati becomes 100 pounds, you will still buy it. So necessities cannot be compromised with. I'm not compromising with my kids. So that is the reason. One more reason, my savings are still low, because I never compromise. How can I explain these things? And ITC is not trying to understand. ITC is one company which actually made life of many people. I agree. But why their HR has continually failed on me only? Just go back to them and ask them an answer. Sandeep has sent almost every year. 1 year his appraisal was not done, especially when he is in such circumstances. He has kids, family responsibilities, less savings. Why his things were, means why my facts were not taken care of? What should I do? Okay, just imagine if something happens to me. Just imagine for a while, what is the future of my kids here? They are settled almost now. Their decision is coming, and I don't have anyone back in India. Why is ITC doing this to me? I consider this as harassment, seriously. If they are putting me with a 20-year-old kid and trying to patch up their work, no, Sandeep, it's okay. I really think there is something needs to be done. Either they should come and tell me how I should kill my family. I will start making the same savings after that. Seriously. I got answers like, you are in a bad role. Change the role. That doesn't matter. I have seen people in the same team, same role getting much higher than me. Bonuses are not to be disclosed. That's one thing. Can't you observe that if somebody is living and how the way they are living, obviously there is something wrong. And that wrong is only happening to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to really understand and maybe this is
I will give you a written description of the events in my words that happened to me, which actually incited my mind. I will give them. Specifically the allegations against my kids. Nobody, no, भगवान को भी हक नहीं है. Even God doesn't have right to say anything against my kids. How can such an idiot come up? I mean, just because he's my manager, he can say anything.
you got hurt.
I am terribly hurt. ITC doesn't know that. They just think that I am doing for money or something. I am in a state where I can die. Look at my.
I understand. I can understand. I
I
can very well understand.
escalated this because I am really worried about me. I am not worried about money here. Money is second priority. My life has been really harassed by these people. How can there be a group of 15 people? Okay, that's fine. 14 of them, they just go to their manager's house, come back, they contract with him. The manager always stays with me. He is always my brother in 5 years. In 5 years, those people go to his house. Nobody comes to my house. Those kind of things, don't they indicate something? I agree, people are greedy, they are only licking feet of managers, and that's fine. But then I am suffering. My family is suffering. Nobody has kids, these guys. And the most important thing is, all of them are both working, husband, wives. If my earning is 2,000, their earnings are minimum 5 to 6,000, up to 10,000, and they don't understand my plight. They say that, Sandeep, everything is free for kids here. Don't worry. I know, I have proofs that credit of my work has been given to others. I have those proofs in Santander. Still, I am not able to fight for myself and my kids. Just tell me, what should I do? Should I escalate in Santander? I was told, no, you don't have right. If my managers and super managers can't challenge client, who am I? I can't do that. They will throw me out within a minute. I totally understand everything, corporate, everything, how it works. But if anything happens to me, I'm going to give a written declaration that it is everything. I'll give names, these people. They have harassed me in these manners. Nobody can do that. You just realize I'm a very sensitive person. And
Yes, I am.
I'll
And
do.
you're a fan.
I am a family person. I am. I have helped more people. My memory, everything is. I know everybody, you know. I know everyone. I have tried to help everyone. And people know. Except my team. Other people I help, they will be ready to testament. But problem is ITC is not ready to listen. They just want, Sandeep, this is the role, this is the package, that's it. You said something like killing yourself. We have to arrange a session, we have to pay our part, we have done our role. That Sandeep, he was in this problem, we have conducted a session. That was legal, obligatory requirement which is done. So we are not responsible for Sandeep and his family now. How can they bring a person out here and tell me, Sandeep, 300 pound is the average rent there. This was told to me in my induction in Bangalore. I am a Delhi guy. I traveled to Bangalore for like 7 days. It was 7 days I stayed in Bangalore for this induction. Within 20 days I had to fly. I flew within 1 month of my appointment. So that was crazy less time for me to try to correlate, analyze facts, changing country. I got less than 20 days. I didn't know anything about these. The guys in ITC Bangalore, they say, Sandeep, everything is free. Don't worry about that. House is like 300, 400 pounds per month. You won't face an issue. When I came here, they were talking about shared room rent, where families can't live. Those are 300, 400. A house rent is minimum 900. I trusted them. I'll tell you main problem here. I trust everyone from zero. I will never ever consider a person as a cheat or someone unless they do it to me, and that is what is hurting me. Same happened to me here also. I purchased a car here. I purchased in 2015 on the basis of its clear history and good review of dealer. I considered that he is a good guy. And MOT, the government checks everything. That year's MOT till 10 years, it was perfectly fine. The next year when I did the MOT of the car, it had more than 10 issues listed and all major. All of them major. So I trusted those guys. They cheated me. That's okay. That was a one-time deceit. I got it. But these things, these are continuing with my life. I can sell that car anytime. But I can't sell those 5 years which I have suffered here. I have really suffered, At times, I was told, Sandeep, यहाँ तो 1 pound की चॉकलेट भी खरीदनी होती है ना तो सोचना पड़ता है. The guy who told me he holds a very high position in ITC. He is not a manager or something. I was told this thing and the very first thing that came into mind was, भाई तेरे को सोचना होता होगा. I don't think when my kid wants something and I have that responsibility and capability, I will give them. I won't think about 1 pound for a chocolate. This actually happened throughout to me. And you can see, okay, I'll give you one more test about my memory. If you want to write it down for a test, please, just write down few things, please, for me, and give that to ITC. Write names. Sudeep Kumar. I'm just here, nothing is with me, you can see entire room. He had a blue Vauxhall Astra number DE08UZU. Please write it down. That shows my memory. My manager has a black Mercedes C-Class KY16YGG. The girl, Nidhi, who is in my team, she has a white Ford Focus MK3 model MV12 TFO. My colleague, Prakash, he has a Vauxhall Insignia grey, metallic grey color, LM15 TSO. Karan, my friend, he's got a Mercedes sports car, LR13 OBF. Sambit, FR13 JUH. I remember things very hard. I am that kind of person. I remember phone numbers, landlines of Delhi from my school friends. 215-4582 on Rag's number. There's that kind of person. And these people are harassing me because I work better than them.
I can so
Look,
really understand what
I agree. I'm not in a better role, not in a good role, but in the same role I would have got 200 per month more and good bonuses that would have helped me because I work that way, and they are not ready to listen. They say, Sandeep, you should go for a better role, go for a different role. It's okay, but what should I do with these 5 years? Who should I tell? I'm
Sandeep, I think
very
I think
limited friends, you know. I have very limited friends. I have friends from school. I only keep friendship and circles with good people, and I really have assets, diamonds like friends. Okay, from my college I have just one friend, and here there are two people who I normally interact to. One went to India. I told you we had a different circle. We spent 8 months with partying in all those house parties Fridays. That guy, he just lived here for 8 months. He calls me that anytime anything happens, you just give me a call. Nobody cares for you. You know, if you are in a shared house, no one gives a damn whatever happens to you. If people die in a shared room, nobody will open their door until it starts stenching. Seriously. That guy called me that day, Sandeep sir, I have a terrible stomachache. I went out there, I called my other friend, we helped him. And we have done helps hundreds of times to other people. But those things don't count in ITC remuneration. I'm just giving example of what kind of person I am and what I have suffered and why those words came out of my mouth that day with a call to that guy who escalated this. He's 3 years older than me, you know, the guy who was I'm talking about. He is 45, I'm 42. I call him Dada most of the time. I have a chat. I call him Dada. I don't have any problem with him becoming lead, him becoming anything, but why is he not trusting me in the first place? He went straight to my manager and pulls me with a hook. Why did you do this? You are my lead. First talk to me, man. That really happened. When I'm trying to explain, he is not ready to listen for 30 minutes. So that scared me that he's trying to eat my job now. Simple. These people are trying to eat my job. And I'm not settled or ready here. I can switch my job, I can get better ones. But I have different plans, you know. I have kids. I need to have enough savings before I make a jump. I can't just leave like that without anything in hand. If I was alone, I was single, I could have done anything. I could have gone back. I don't care. I don't fight with people. But with my 2 kids, now thing is my kids cannot go back. My younger one was 2 years when he came here. He doesn't speak Hindi. So how can I do that to my kids? For my kids, I will even die. Simple. That is my state of mind. And these idiots, they have amassed enough money here in last 10 years. This guy is more than 10 years, 20 years, 30 years they have been living here, and they crib about money. And when it's about other people's money, they don't care. It's a strange story, I know. I can give names, if ITC wants, I will give names of people who will testify me. Do whatever you want, take blind testimony or whatever, and ask every one of them separately or together what kind of person I am, how professionally I am, how technically I am.
Yes, I can sense it, Sandeep. I can sense, and I definitely understand. And now I think you have exerted yourself enough.
What should
I
I
can
do?
see you.
You tell me.
I know. I can
Look,
understand this.
I was enough strong when my dad was behind my back. He passed away in 2012. Okay. Since that day, I am like, I don't have another option but just to stay strong. And these people, they only take advantage of my polite behavior because I don't fight because of my stances. I don't want to take any risk. That is the only reason. If I escalate tomorrow in Santander that these people have harassed me, I have proofs. They will be fired immediately. A lot of things will change. Because I have worked. My work is visible in emails from top to bottom. Okay. Problem is they are not reaching ITC properly because my manager is my best friend. Just try to correlate facts and list. When we are done with this call, just make a diagram. My best friend is my manager, sent under manager. He says you are the best. My review is the best. ITC says, Sandeep, you are. I never got A in my whole 5 years. Just B. And when I get B, ITC makes it C. This happened. Ask them. I got 8.5 rating from client. So my manager says, Sandeep, we are downgrading your rating to 8.4 actually. This is bell curve. And the reason was that downgrading puts me in a different slab. 8 to 8.4 is different slab. 8.5 above is different slab. So when I am getting 8.5, they put me in one band low. ITC did that. Not once, twice. And there is no reason. They don't give reasons. And when person becomes in this condition, they are now worried. Tell them, I will never go back. I will die in this country. Whatever it takes. ITC has to answer every of my mail. They are still in my outbox, all of them. And they have to correct everything that they have to done to me. That is my state of mind.
I got it, Sandeep. So maybe we are, let us, in case you feel sometime later, we can definitely connect. Here I am not playing a job of a mediator or something. Here I am just concerned about your health, and there is nothing more than your physical health that is important. Let me tell you, I can very well understand what you're going through, and at the same time, let me also say that they are not going to ask me, what is it,
I
this
can
is because
I can trust you. They don't care about anything except their official
let me
duties.
also, so this is something that I, as a psychologist, I'm empathizing, I'm understanding that you are into a very, very difficult
It's
state.
it's a fine line to say what is happening here. Nobody will give a damn about what I've been through. Nobody.
Yes,
Okay.
a
I
lot
know
of
that.
suffering.
But
Yes.
unless I die, proofs will not come. That's the only way. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
there is
what I
way.
feel at this point in time is,
Simple.
let me just say this aloud to you, that you're dying, or you're, you creating, that insecurity again with your family is not the end, and that is not advised also, that we all know. We all know, as good human beings and good parents and as good people, with good heart. So, that is just not desirable for a few people, or a few, instances that have been unjustful for you. So your life is the biggest and the most important thing. And I can tell you that, this patch is also definitely going to go. And I'm sure about it. Sometime maybe
I'm very late in that. You're not realizing that at a stage when people are settled here in their 35s. I haven't even started at my 42. I'm still here to.
I understand, Sandeep. But there is one question, if at all you can just throw some light, that you feel that you are not settled financially, right? I mean, that is the biggest regret, that is the biggest insecurity that you have. But in terms of the other aspects of your life that I see, you have wonderful life, you know, uh, pyramid, where you have a complete family. Do you value that? I mean, that's the biggest thing that I see. When I say that you have such beautiful family with a great caring wife and kids, do you feel that there is something more that you need, don't you value them being into your life? I really want you to think kids are so young, and they're seeing the father is not able to take charge of his
That
own
is the pain
self
I'm
without.
living with. Okay,
I
if
know,
if
I know, and
last
it is terrible.
last 1 year, my, nobody goes out, everybody's working from, my kids have actually seen things happening to me. I have been threatened on phone. Means why? The things that are told to me is like, इंडिया में रहते तो गैस के लिए लड़ना पड़ता, पानी की, यहाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम है, फ्री में सब मिल रहा है, घर में सब मिल रहा है, क्यों कंप्लेंट कर रहे हो, आराम से बैठो. This is okay. But when I say that, okay, I am just wanting answer, Santander says I am the best, not one of the best. You can go and check. People are doing on things, they can't solve things in 10 years. Thing comes to me and third day I gave them a resolution. Okay, 10 years old issue, nobody was checking that, they are following something. I was told by someone, this has to be fixed. 3 days I worked on that, third day I gave them a resolution, okay, this is here, and it was fixed. I was thinking, okay, achievements count, these things actually count when I do something good. And leave alone counting, I was oppositely of that, I was harassed. No, this is bad. There are incidents which ITC doesn't know. That's why I sent you a mail, have they verified facts? They didn't even care of the facts. They don't know my achievements in Santander, and they are appraising me every year without knowing what I am doing. They don't want to give correct, salary correction is very much necessary at this point for me. Without that I can't get a proper house. Mortgages are given on the basis of those things. You can say my family pyramid is good, but that pyramid will deteriorate if I don't earn enough for them. They have their requirements, they can't live on air and water. ITC is not listening that. They don't have kids, or they don't know numbers, mathematics, or how this world goes on.
I got it, Sandeep. Yes. Yes. This some this distress that I'm feeling. Yes.
I have paid £12,000 when people, they, 800 pounds paying the fee. Some 5 years back, people paid 800 pounds for something which is almost 1/4, and that fees is 24 to 3,000 this time, 4 times. So per head cost is high, but per family cost is, it's a fortune here. Nobody is going to care about that. They say it's your responsibility. If you had 5 more kids, that is different question. But when I have a different capability and I have proven my capability, I could have been paid accordingly. Why I wasn't paid? That is my question. If I am given C grade all my appraisals and I am performing the best, that difference of C to A would have given me £3,000 to £5,000 per year. Where is that security? Why my achievements are ignored?
I got it. Yeah.
It didn't happen in one go. First year I was said, you are a new joinee, we can't assess you. So I said, okay, that's fine. £10 appraisal, £120, 12,000 annual appraisal, rupees, 12,000 rupees. So I didn't care. Next year, that year I have proved myself. So next year my rating was downgraded from 8.5 to 8.4. Sandeep, there's a bell curve. After that they promoted me just to make things easy and look it better. And that year I made a little better. Some which we can say is kind of okay appraisal. Not very good, not good at all. Then last year I was not appraised, and this year I am given C when I am the best out here performing in COVID operations. I have proofs of that. Nobody is there to listen. My manager, who is supposed to take those reviews from Santander, ITC manager, who is supposed to check what I am doing, he never talked to me in 3 years. I'll send you a mail which I sent to my managers. That guy is saying, Sandeep, I thought you were working in that team 3 years ago. He is appraising me this year. Who is correlating me 3 years back?
Got it, Sandeep. Yes.
All of those guys are settled. I am just worried because everyone who's preaching me, they are well settled here. They all have their own everything settled. They have enough savings, their kids are grown up, or they don't have kids. They don't understand my plight.
Sandeep, I think I'm give me this permission?
Yes.
Do you want me to state your mental state that this is an extreme insecurity that this person is facing? Do you want me to say it
Yes,
aloud?
I
Even
am not just social, means I'm not politically harassed in office. There is a lot of social harassment going outside. The worst is, last point, you can write this down. If you are going to help someone who has a death in their house, if you are going to help someone, in return what you get is people are giving you a bad name. What should you expect? What will you expect?
very sad.
This is an
I
incident.
can understand.
I just came to know somebody's mother-in-law, she was ill and he was going to Heathrow to leave her drop her wife. So evening I drove to his house. Reason I drove was he was not picking phones or responding to texts even after reading them, and he is a very good friend. So I went to his house. So what happened? She just expired. This is the communication. So I said, you could have at least picked my phone here. I was angry. Means at least I was worried. The guy said nothing. It's okay. I went back. Next day he went on and told my manager, Sandeep is saying, Sandeep is this, that, and he's saying that मेरा phone नहीं उठाते, इसका phone उठा लेते हो. These kind of things, socially they targeted me. I didn't go for money or something. I went because somebody is not picking my phone for 2 days. Then I came to know something happened. I went there and people say, no, that was wrong. You did wrong. You shouldn't told him that मेरा phone नहीं उठाया. I never said that. I never said that in the first place. When we were talking, the guy says, अभी मैं ना अपने मैनेजर के गया था, उसने मुझे चाय पिला दी. Then I was like, if you are so much worried and bothered that you are not picking anyone's phone and you are going out there, at least मेरा phone तो उठा सकता था यार, बता तो सकता था मुझे. This was the line I said to him. भाई मेरा phone तो उठा लेता. And I came to know that शर्मा जी, I am शर्मा जी here. शर्मा जी कह रहे थे यार मेरा फोन नहीं उठाता, उसका फोन उठा लेता है. Things are articulated.
I'm understanding what you are, going through, and now that you have, because of so many things. All right, so let us close today's session, Sandeep. Maybe as you are giving me this permission, maybe if at all there is any feedback call about, from the company, as you have said, I can say about the insecurities as you have mentioned with your permission. Okay, with your permission that I'm taking. This can only happen if the client gives me the permission. Okay, so can you just again repeat that to permit me for this? I mean, just for me to make. I'm not noting it down. This is not any call that is ever recorded. No call is being recorded.
You are fine to, yes,
Yeah.
you are fine to share my mental state, and I want to convey a message as well. It's not that you assess. My message to ITC is that honest people still exist. People really work hard. Just be good. Just tell them that it's not fair to not respond emails at all and then finally give people to mental means these things. This shouldn't have happened in the first place.
One correction, Sandeep. I am just here to help people out. In case there are so many problems that I talk with people. I talk about their relationship issues. I talk about stress. I talk about their marriage breaking. I talk about so many things. It's not about this. This is something that if you feel that you've been targeted for something like this, I am not aware of.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you, but ITC has done this a very wrong thing here. I had a call with my HR and one manager before coming to you. Things were clarified there. I was told something different, and the way this thing started, they are not taking a toll on my job.
No. I just want to make one more understanding from you that do you feel that me coming into picture, even as a counselor, is also disturbing you? Something like
No,
that?
I actually feel like speaking my heart out. At times, I don't have anyone here. Problem is, if you want to talk to someone, you can't trust people. So I hardly talk to people. Okay, and incidents have been there. Then if somebody says bad thing about my kids, I will not listen. And I shared this thing with one guy. Things got to, I don't know how. I told him, I told you clearly, the guy is sneaking on me. The proof was that he was standing behind me on my party. Thing is, I am not blaming people out here. They are not as bad. Somebody is trying to sneak information from them, and that somebody is a very clear person to me. I know him. He is going to people, he is trying to make facts, and he has made my life hell. There is only one person who's the director of whole episode. ITC knows them well. I just want to disconnect, please. I'm not.
Alright. Sandeep, I think.
You can share everything that I have given you, even the names, the car numbers, everything.
I think I will not be sharing the names. I definitely want this to happen. They might be knowing about it. I am just a person who would want to make sure that you value your own mental health. Your health is very important, and that will that is what I want you to understand, because I feel you have to keep your health as the priority. Okay? If you feel in any point in time that you would like to connect back to me, I'm always there. My name is Tejashree, and I hope you've tried to put your heart out.
Every single bit is truth. Every single bit is truth. And this is just 30%. I cannot tell everything that happened to me. You are means you deal with people. You can't realize how cheap and how low life people can be here. I cannot explain you, seriously. But those things are out of scope here.
Yeah, I can. All right, Sandeep.
Thank you so
I
much.
feel. Yeah, please take care of yourself.
I will
Right?
try to.
And God bless you. Yes, please do. And in case we can definitely connect. It is your wish. I don't have any
I will
control over that.
talk to my HR, and if they think it's nice, means they have to answer
Sure.
me.
And I wish you all the best wishes. And Sandeep,
Thank you so
I
much.
really pray for all that good things to happen in your life. I
And
am sure things are going to happen.
I'm sorry if I raised my voice several. I know, but you know that aggression comes out of the problems you are facing.
Absolutely.
I have never fought in my whole life. I never had a fight. Even as a kid, school, college, I never had a fight. Nothing. Nobody can lay hand on me. Seriously, I'm that person.
You are a wonderful human being. Let me say that aloud. You are a wonderful human being, and you're
I'm
a
sorry.
wonderful soul.
Sorry.
So, thank you so much, Sandeep, for
You're
giving
welcome.
this time. Thank you.
Bye.